You're nobody. Not in the philosophical sense. In the actual sense, you don't have a name that matters, you don't have protection. You have a corner, a product, and about 72 hours before someone decides you're not worth the risk. This is level 1. And somewhere above you, so far up you can't even see it, there are people who don't touch drugs, don't touch guns, and will never be arrested. They decide if you live. They decide if entire cities burn. Most people never make it past level 10. You won't either, but let's see how far you'd get. There are levels to this, always have been. You don't get told the rules. You learn them by watching people disappear. You learn them by surviving things that should have killed you. And if you're smart, if you're useful, if you're vicious enough but not too vicious, you move up, one level at a time, until you can't. Welcome to level 1. You're a street dealer. That's it. You stand on a corner, you sell to people you don't know, and you hope nobody rolls up with something faster than your instincts. People avoid eye contact with you, not out of fear. Out of pity, your job is simple. Move product, don't get caught, don't get robbed, don't short the count. You get a corner, a burner phone, and a very short leash. You don't know who supplies you, you don't ask. You get a re-up twice a week if you're lucky. If the math is wrong, if a bill goes missing, if you talk to the wrong person, you just stop getting calls. And then you're not a problem anymore. You're just gone. The reward? You eat, you survive, you get enough to keep going. That's it. But if you last 30 days without disappearing, without getting arrested, without screwing up the money, you move up. Welcome to level 5. You're a runner now, you don't sell anymore. You move weight between locations. You drive, you walk, you take buses with $20,000 in your backpack, and you do not look nervous. People know your face now. That's not a good thing yet. Your job is to be invisible while carrying the most visible thing in the world. You get addresses, drop times, and one instruction. Don't be late. You don't open the bag, you don't skim. You don't ask what's inside, even though you already know. The risk? You're holding felonies. Plural. If you get pulled over, if someone follows you, if you take a wrong turn and end up in the wrong neighborhood, you're carrying someone else's investment, and they will find out what happened to it. The reward? You're trusted now. Barely. But trusted. You get a little more money, you get a little more respect. You're not random anymore. You do this for 6 months without losing a package, without getting curious, without trying to be smart. You move up. Welcome to level 10. You're a local enforcer. You're not muscle yet. You're a reminder. When someone's late on payment, when someone's getting too comfortable, when someone thinks the rules don't apply, you show up. Sometimes you just stand there. Sometimes you make a phone call while they watch. Sometimes it gets louder. Your job is to make people feel the consequences before they happen. You carry now. Everyone knows you carry. You don't have to use it most of the time. Most of the time, your presence is enough. The risk? You're visible. Cops know you, rivals know you, civilians avoid you. And if someone decides to test the cartel, to push back, to make a point, they do it through you. You're the face, that makes you the target. The reward? You have a crew now, 3, maybe 4 people under you. You get a cut of what they earn, you get respect in rooms you used to be scared to enter. You're not prey anymore. You survive this for a year, you prove you won't crack, you prove you won't run. You move up. Welcome to level 15. You're a cell leader. You run a neighborhood now. 10, 15 people report to you. You manage product flow, you handle disputes, you decide who gets promoted and who gets retired. People call you by a name that isn't yours. That's how you know you're real now. Your job is to keep things quiet, no heat, no mistakes, no attention. You report up, you manage down, you make sure the money flows, and nobody asks questions. The risk? You're responsible now. If someone under you talks, you talk. If someone under you steals, you stole. Their mistakes are your mistakes. And the people above you don't care about explanations. The reward? Real money now. A car, an apartment. A girl who doesn't ask where you go at night. You're building something that looks like a life, but you know what it is. You hold this for 2 years, you keep your people in line, you don't get greedy, you move up. Welcome to level 25. Your regional distribution now, you oversee multiple cells, multiple neighborhoods, hundreds of people you'll never meet, are eating because you're good at math and silence. You don't touch product anymore. You manage logistics, routes, timing, you know which cops take money and which ones don't. You know which border crossings are soft and which ones are suicide. Your job is to be invisible while running a factory. The risk? You're in the database now. Not by name, by pattern. Federal agencies have files with your movements, your associations, your habits. They don't have enough to arrest you. Yet. But they're watching. And one mistake, one text message, one person who decides to cooperate, the reward? You're insulated. You have lawyers on retainer. You have people who handle problems before they reach you. You don't carry anymore. You don't need to. You last 3 years at this level. You stay cold. You don't develop a conscience. You move up. This is where most people disappear. Not because they get caught, because they get comfortable. They think they've made it. They think the rules changed. The rules never change. From here on, mistakes don't get corrected, they get erased. And usually, you're part of what gets erased. Welcome to level 40. You're a Plaza Boss. You control a city, maybe 2. You have hundreds of soldiers, dozens of lieutenants, and a direct line to people whose names you don't say out loud. Politicians know you, police chiefs know you, some of them work for you. Your job is to keep the region profitable and silent. You negotiate, you mediate, you authorize violence, but you don't participate. You're a businessman now. That's what you tell yourself. The risk? You're a name now. A real one. Agencies in 3 countries have your photo. Rivals want your territory. Your own people are studying you, learning your patterns, waiting for you to slip. Everyone below you wants your position. Everyone above you is deciding if you're still useful. The reward? Wealth. Real wealth. Houses. Businesses. Legitimacy that almost feels real. Your kids go to private school. Your wife doesn't know what you do, or she pretends not to. You're powerful, and power makes you a target from every direction. You survive 5 years here. You avoid wars you can't win. You don't trust anyone completely. You move up. Welcome to level 60. You're in the cartel's inner circle now. You sit at tables where decisions are made that will never be documented. You approve operations in multiple countries. You move millions a week. You don't carry a gun anymore. You have people who have people who have people. Your job is strategy, growth, expansion. You're diversifying human trafficking, arms, extortion, legitimate businesses that wash everything clean. You're building an empire that looks like a corporation. The risk? You're too big to hide and too valuable to lose. If the government wants a win, a headline, a trophy, you're it. If a rival cartel wants to send a message, you're it. If your own people think you're weak or compromised or too ambitious, you already know. The reward? You're untouchable, almost. You have judges, governors, generals on the payroll. You have safe houses in 4 countries. You have exit plans layered so deep even you forget some of them. But you can't leave. Not really. Because leaving looks like weakness. And weakness is fatal. You hold this for a decade, you survive betrayals you never see coming, you make the right alliances. You move up. Welcome to level 80. You're one of the lords now. One of 5, maybe 6 people in the entire structure who actually matter. You control routes, governments, entire economies. When you speak, people in suits take notes. You haven't touched drugs in 20 years. Your job is to be a ghost. You run everything and appear nowhere. You communicate through intermediaries. You attend your daughter's wedding and smile for photos while 3 federal agencies try to prove you exist. The risk? You're a legend, which means you're a target for everyone trying to become a legend. Your own people are positioning. Your rivals are probing. Governments are building cases they'll work on for years. And somewhere, someone you promoted, someone you trusted, someone you saved, is talking to someone they shouldn't be. The reward? You've won. You're richer than you can spend. You're more powerful than most politicians. You control the flow of product into entire continents. But you can't enjoy it, not publicly, not safely. You're a king in a cage you built yourself. Welcome to level 100. You're the ghost at the top, the name people whisper. The person governments deny exists while building entire task forces to find you. You don't run operations. You don't give orders directly. You don't meet anyone who isn't blood or 30 years deep. Your job is to exist without existing, to control everything while touching nothing. The risk? Everyone wants you dead. Your government, their government, rival cartels, your own people who think they do it better. You can't trust your security. You can't trust the silence. The reward? You're the most powerful criminal on Earth. And you'll die violently, or in a cell, or alone in a bunker wondering which of the 12 people who know where you are is the one who sold you. You made it, you survived every level, every betrayal, every war, every close call. And now you're here, at the top, surrounded by people who need you alive but would benefit from you dead. In a house you can't leave, with money you can't spend, with power that only exists as long as you're useful. You're not safe. You were never going to be. You just moved up until there was nowhere left to go, except down.